डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Namaskar, dear students. Myself, Zeel Sagar Shah, working as an assistant professor in School of Computer Science in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. Welcome to the lecture series of object-oriented programming using C++, in which we are in Block 3, Unit 9, Constructor and Destructor Part 1. So far, you have learned about the concept of object and class in the last lecture. So our today's agenda is constructors, types of constructors, and overloading of constructors. So let's start with the constructor. What is constructor? Constructor is a special member function of a class. It has the same name as the class name. So the constructor is invoked automatically when an object of its associated class is created. By default, the data member, it is called the constructor because it constructs the data member of the class. So what are the rules for creating constructors? First, the constructor does not have any return type, not even void. The constructor must be declared in a public section. Why? Because we want to use constructor outside the class also. That's why. The constructor cannot be virtual. You will get to know about virtual functions in the next lectures, in the next coming lectures. For a time being, just concentrate on rules for creating constructors. When we do not create any constructor in our class, C++ compiler generates a default constructor and insert into our code. So by default, whenever we instantiated one object of a class, it will call the default constructor. Now first of all, let's see the syntax of constructor. First is class. Then class is a keyword, class name, and the private members. Now in public specifier, we have a constructor declaration. You can see over here, class name. Constructor should have the same name as our class. So over here, I have declared one constructor, that is class name. This is maybe this is a default constructor. And after that, I have defined outside my class with a class name and scope resolution operator with another class name, then the constructor in the body of the constructor. Now let's see what are the types of constructor we have in C++. We have three types of constructor: default constructor, parameterized constructor, and copy constructor. So what is default constructor? Default constructor is a constructor that either has no parameters, or if it has parameters, all the parameters have the default value. So if I want my object should have, for example, int a is equal to 5, right? That a is my data member. So whenever I call my object, the value of a should be 5. So what should I do? I will declare one default constructor. In that, I just pass that x is equal to 5. And whenever I create my object, I just simply printing out my x value. Over there, I will get 5 every time when I invoke my object of a class. So if no constructor is defined, then compiler will call default constructor. So how we will declare our default constructor? First is class, then the second is my class name. in public specifier I have declared second, then parenthesis operator, and after that the body of the my constructor. Now let's see simple example of default constructor so that you can come to know about how default constructor works. So here I have taken one example of a box and I have class box. Box is the class name. In that I have one data member, that is int length, and what I want, that data member should have default value as 10. So in box, this is I have taken one constructor, that is default constructor. In that length is equal to 10. I have set my length is equal to 10 and I just simply displaying it in my display function. So display function is a member function and box is a constructor. You can see box doesn't have any return type, but in member function we have return type, that is void. Cout length of a box is length. So when I go to my main function, I have created one box B object. Over here I have not taken any constructor. By default my program has called my default constructor and I simply b.display will give me length of a box is 10. So I hope now you get the idea about how default constructor works in C++. Now let's see parameterized constructor. A constructor which takes arguments as a parameter used to initialize them to object. This type of constructor allows us to pass argument while object creation. So what is the syntax of parameterized constructor? For example, I have my XYZ class. In that I have passed two parameters, that is int A and int B. In both this I have created one object, that is obj, and I have passed two integer values, that is 10 and 20. So over here I have taken two parameters, that is int A and int B. Now let's see the simple example so that you can get an idea how parameterized constructor work in our C++ environment. So over here hash include iostream. I have taken again a box example only so that you can get an idea. So over here I have taken two data members, that is length and breadth. So over here I have created parameterized constructor, that is box int L and int B. And what I just simply do, I just of length is equal to L and breadth is equal to B will be done. So in void display I am just simply printing my length of a box and breadth of a box. So in int main I have created one object, that is B. In B I have passed two parameters, that is 25 and 30. So 25 is my length and 30 is my breadth. And I just simply displaying my length of a box and breadth of a box, that is 25 and 30. So now what is copy constructor? A copy constructor is a member function of a class that initiates an object with an existing object of the same class. In the other word, it creates the exact copy of an already existing object and it stores it into our new object. Let's see one example of copy constructor so that you can come to know about copy constructor in detail. So let's see, I have taken one class name as item. In that I have int number. By default, the specifier is private in int number. So what in public specifier I have one default constructor, that is num is equal to 10, and I have created second constructor, that is item. Then item, this is referencing my x. Why x? X is a object of class item, and I simply copying my number value into x dot number value. So this is my copy constructor declaration and definition. Now in void display, I just simply printing out my number value. So in int main, I have taken two objects, item A. So over here, item A will call my default constructor, and item B is equal B, and I am passing my first object, that is A. So over here, copy constructor is called. So whenever I display b dot display, I will get number is 10. Another way of writing our copy constructor is item C. Over here I have created one C object, and what I have done, I am just doing equal to sign is equal to B. So over here simply assignment operator is used, and with the help of assignment operator, copy constructor has been invoked. So when I do C dot display, I will get number is 10. So both the mechanism is same, but writing of copy constructor is different. Now I hope you get the idea about how default constructor work, how parameterized constructor work, and how copy constructor work. Right? Now let's see the how overloading of constructor works in C++. So constructor overloading is a technique of having more than one constructor with different parameter list, so that compiler might not get confused between which constructor should invoke. They are arranged in a way that each constructor performs a different task. So like a function overloading, we are doing constructor overloading. So the rules are same. That is, we should have a different parameter so that the compiler will not get confused between which constructor should call first. They are differentiated by the compiler by the number of parameters in the list and their signatures. Now let's see one example of overloading of constructors. So I have taken one room as my class name. Over here I have two data members, length and breadth. In that I have one constructor, that is room. In that I am doing length is equal to 6.9 and breadth is equal to 4.2. What is this constructor mean? This is my default constructor. So whenever I initiate one object over there, when I have not returned anything, that time my default constructor has been called. And room double L and double B, over here my parameterized constructor has been called with a two parameters. And in the third constructor I have parameterized construct with one parameter, that is length is equal to len and breadth is equal to 7.2. And what I just do, I just simply calculating my area by returning length into breadth. Let's see how we will call all this constructor in main function. So over here I have taken room 1, that is over here my default constructor has been passed. Now room 2, which has two parameters, that is 8.2 and 6.6. This will call my parameterized constructor with two parameters, and room 3 will call my parameterized constructor with one parameter. So when no argument is passed, room 1 dot calculate area will be called. So over here just the default things we have passed in our default constructor, that is length and breadth, will be calculated over here. And now when I pass my 8.2 and 6.6 in my parameterized constructor, that will invoke my parameterized constructor with two variables. And in the third, when breadth is fixed, that is 7.2, and length is passed as my 8.2. So over here my third constructor will be called. So I hope now you get the idea how overloading of constructor works in C++. First of all, you have seen the default constructor, how default constructor works. Then you have seen the parameterized constructor. In that we have taken two parameters also, one parameters also. So you can see that their signatures are different, but the concept are same. So compiler have differentiate between them with their signatures. One with two constructors, one with two variables, and second with one variable only. So I hope now you get the idea how overloading of constructor works in C++. Thank you for watching video. We will discuss our next topics in the next lecture. Thank you for watching video.